So a lot of the no statements in the Heart Sutra, like I say, it's an attempt, because we always have to remember in something like the Heart Sutra, a sutra that's been condensed for the purpose, literally for the purpose of making it a kind of a meditation aid to prompt deeper insight. When that's being done, even though the Heart Sutra has led to, you know, centuries of philosophical interpretation, and some of that's quite interesting, but essentially what it's really constructed for is so that we actually have we realize what it's pointing at. The Heart Sutra is a pointer. It's a finger pointing towards something. It's trying to sort of induce an awakening experience. That's what it's really trying to do. Because beyond that, the truth that the Heart Sutra is pointing at is something we can only experientially realize. The truth that the Heart Sutra is pointing at can't really be contained within the words, or within a commentary, or an interpretation, or anything else. The truth of it can only come alive within each of us, right? As an experiential kind of realization. So we need to realize, we need to keep that in mind when you hear or read through the Heart Sutra, that it's not really, at the end of the day, simply trying to make a philosophical statement. I mean, it is making a philosophical statement. Form is no other than emptiness. Emptiness is no other than form. In a certain sense, that's a philosophical statement. But its aim is to have us realize that. And that's very different than when you're creating a philosophy. When you're creating a philosophy, you're basically trying to tie up all the loose ends, all the ways somebody could argue against your philosophy. And so, you know, you get really good at kind of looking at any criticism of it and finding out why that is or isn't valid. And so you're just tying up all the philosophical loose ends. That's philosophy, and, you know, in a simplified sense. But a spiritual sutra, especially one like the Heart Sutra, it's not attempting to do that. In fact, the Heart Sutra is an overt criticism of that actual attempt. It's a criticism of thinking that we can stuff reality into any kind of philosophical system or doctrine. And so part of the sutra where it says all dharmas are forms of emptiness, all dharmas are empty. So dharmas can also mean things. You know, a tree, a car, a person, a place can be a dharma. And also the dharma is obviously often referred to as the teaching, as a spiritual teaching, as the teaching, say, of the spiritual teaching. But